So I think it's range anxiety, I think, that causes
Yeah, I think
that,
that
right?
is
People
what's
think
driving
that
it.
they are going to
Exactly.
need more than they do. And then they realize, like it was funny, it's funny you bring this up. And my wife is in the business. She's my finance manager at Mitsubishi. But I brought a Tesla Model 3 last week that we'd taken in on trade. And I'd sent my truck off to go have some service work done. And so I brought it home for the night. I live in North Burnaby. It's a 15-minute drive to my dealership. It had 26% range left on a Model 3. I think it was a long range too. And I left. I switched cars with her in the morning, and I took whatever she was driving. I had the kid seats. I was dropping them off at school. And she got into the car, and she phoned me in a panic. It's only 26% battery capacity left, and what am I going to do? And I thought, well, 26% battery capacity is going to get you about 100 kilometers. You got to drive 10, right?
Where are you going?
Think of it as a quarter tank. And if it was a quarter tank, she wouldn't be worried about it.
No, certainly not to get to our store. So it's a little, we deal with this every day. We're in the business. You guys are around vehicles and the aftermarket. But for your average consumer that maybe purchases a vehicle every 5, 6, 7 years, it's this, they overthink it, right? They definitely overthink it. It's not that scary. The range is usually something you can work around. Certainly in two vehicle households, I don't think it's something that your average Canadian really needs to be concerned about.
Yeah.
Do you see more of your customers coming in already interested in EVs?
Definitely.
You do?
Yeah, definitely.
So there is an actual swing happening in the actual consumer's mind.
80 to 90% of consumers are in some stage of considering an EV, be it a plug-in hybrid with gas because there's some sort of range anxiety, or they've got one internal combustion engine vehicle in the household and now they're ready to look at something like a plug-in hybrid or a full EV. We're seeing a lot of that where a household will have one of each. And then what we're seeing is the ones where they have one of each. I mean, I recently, a few years ago, sold a Nissan Pathfinder to some close friends of mine. His other vehicle was almost at end of life. He drove that into the ground. He purchased a Tesla Model Y. Then we were at a charity event on the weekend, on Saturday, and he approached me, my friend Chris, and he said, Nairn, I'm really thinking now with the Pathfinder, which is only a couple years old, when I factor in gas and so on and so forth or whatever, maybe I'm better at looking at something like a plug-in hybrid vehicle that kind of satisfies the concerns if you want to do a big long road trip or go, because let's face it, places like British Columbia, Canada are vast, right? So if you want to take that trip, you still have that cushion, I guess, of knowing that you have an internal combustion engine, but all of the great stuff that you get with full electric, plug-in electric range, right?